Hello viewers, whenever there is election, there is much Allah below about reservation. All the political parties try to make use of this vote bank in their favor. Today let's discuss this reservation in the context of Jammu and Kashmir. The word reservation in the context of employment, education, government schemes, scholarships and politics, be it parliament, state legislature, panchayat or municipality seats, sounds pleasant to one section of society and equally unpleasant to another section of society. क्योंकि हर एक का इस बारे में अपना अपना नुक्ता नजरिया है और हर एक की राय इस बारे में ठीक भी हो सकती है. For instance, if I say I am in favor of reservation, you may be wondering that since that's me, is availing the opportunity, that's why I am in favor of reservation. And contrary, if I am against the reservation or I am not getting any such kind of opportunity, you may be thinking that since that's me, is not getting this opportunity, that's why I am against the reservation. यानी दर्जे फहरिस्त जुमरू की पॉलिसी के नताइज को नापने में अक्सर औकात अपनी जाती मफादात आड़े आते. Before discussing any such intricate topic, what's important is that we must keep objectivity in view. That is, what are the facts? We must be impartial or neutral. However, as my personal opinion, I am not against reservation. Why? Because there are many reasons. Let me make you understand why I am in favor of reservation. Suppose in a family there are two sons and the family has limited source of income, and this family can afford one glass of milk to each son in a day. Suppose one day one son fell ill and due to illness he became very weak and the doctor advised the family to increase the milk in his diet. Since the family can afford only 2 glasses of milk at one time, that is 1 cup to each son, in that situation, what the mother will do? The mother in the family will reduce the milk in the diet of the healthy son by half, and she will add the remaining half to the diet of sick one, making his diet equal to 1.5 glass of milk till he regains his stamina and strength. In the same way, the people of the state expect motherly treatment from the state, क्योंकि रियासत भी माँ की तरह होती है. And unfortunately, being a poor country, it has limited resources and every person of the country has claim on the resources of the country. There comes the concept of equality. That is, all are equal. One rule applicable to all, and in that case, if we apply the rule that the age of an, for example, IAS aspirant must be 21 to 31 years and he has to qualify the test in 6 attempts, then how the justice will be done? When one aspirant who has studied in an English medium school, whose parents are well educated and has started his schooling at an early age, studied in high-class tuition centers, and at last completed his graduation at the age of 21 years, while as another boy or girl who belongs to a downtrodden area started the schooling very late due to poverty, has studied in vernacular language schools without any tuition or tutorial, and at last completed his or her graduation at the age of 24 or 25 years. If rules are same, how they will compete, because conditions are different. As a matter of fact, who comes from the advantaged position, those advantages which he had, those advantages becomes the plus points for him, and he who comes from the disadvantageous positions, his disadvantages becomes the disadvantages for him in future also. In that situation, the concept of equality is not applicable. Therefore, there should be some flexibility, relaxations in order to bring them at par. Just like when you play cricket match with your kids, even if he is bowled in one ball, you give him second chance to continue, or you shorten the distance of boundary line in order to encourage him. Similarly, the state relaxes the rules. This is called positive equality. And when it is done, then you can think about negative equality. Now you can say the same rules must be applied to all. Nobody is above the rule. There shall be uniformity in rules. And when the state has applied the concept of positive equality, which is also known as positive discrimination, discrimination that is good for the society. As you know, there are two types of discriminations. One is positive and another is negative. Negative discrimination means, for example, curtailing the rights of women, or when the India was under British rule, they snatched the rights of the citizens, or in America, there is discrimination on the basis of color of skin. While as when you board on a bus, you see some seats are reserved for ladies or handicapped, which every member of the society likes. This is known as positive discrimination. And reservation is another name of positive discrimination. This is done in order to bring social justice in the system, to provide equal opportunities to all. However, these are the facts which justify the reservation system. Whereas some people oppose the reservation, they are of the view that reservation is against equality. It brings inefficiency, inability or incompetency in the administration, and they are of the opinion that the state must adopt meritocracy. Meritocracy, of course, leads to globalization. When a state competes with the world on the fronts of science and technology and business, in that situation, our social justice system or affirmative action has no place for consideration. Meritocracy is the outcome of your genes and the environment you live in. And genes are hereditary. If your parents or grandparents were intelligent, maybe the same genes will be in your personality too. Similarly, if your environment is favorable, financially rich and conducive to work, and the working conditions are favorable, there is every hope that you will excel in that particular field. But meritocracy in itself has no contribution of your personal abilities, because there is something that you have obtained by genes and the rich environment provided by your forefathers. Maybe your forefathers were rich and you are the product of that environment and genetic linkage, while as you have no role in it. Hence, meritocracy in itself does not promote social justice system. As I have said, that equality is unrealistic and irrational unless and until all are at par. So far as the access of the resources are concerned, we must ensure same level playing field for all. As a matter of fact, there are some loopholes in the reservation system which must be addressed. For example, the creamy layer in case of reserved quotas must be notified because there are some who are extremely rich and affluent in reserved categories. Also, they are still getting the benefit of reservations although their monthly or yearly income is much higher and are very affluent. This is really injustice to the one who really deserves it. It must be undone. However, Jammu and Kashmir, a union territory, is not distinct from any other state or union territory of India. So far as per capita income employment rate is concerned. It is a UT with diverse landscapes and topographies where people of diverse culture, ethnicity, dialect, religions live. As of 2011 census, the population of Jammu and Kashmir including Ladakh was 1 crore 25 lakh 41,302. The state is ranked 19th in terms of population. The 2021 census, which was postponed until 2024 and then again postponed. Or from some reliable sources, the current population is around 1.56 crores. The people of Jammu and Kashmir do crave for reservations, and the reasons are typically rooted in historical injustices, social inequalities, and the need for affirmative actions to level the playing field. Many marginalized communities have faced historical discriminations and oppressions, which has led to their underrepresentation in various sectors such as education and employment. Certain groups such as lower castes and backwards or minority groups face systematic barriers to access quality education and employment. As a matter of fact, access to education is often unequal, with marginalized communities in Jammu and Kashmir less access to quality schooling and higher education institutions. Jammu and Kashmir has not yet fully enjoyed the fruits of industrialization or funds flowing or public investments. Therefore, disparities in income, employment are evident, and these differ from one region to another. Therefore, reservations seem inevitable under such circumstances. However, as of December 10, 2023, the reservation policy for Jammu and Kashmir is scheduled caste SC 8%, scheduled tribe ST 10%, socially and educationally backward classes OBCs 8%, residents along the line of actual control international border 4%, residents in backward areas RBA 10%, Pahadis 4%, economically weaker sections, that's EWS 10%, ex-servicemen 6% in horizontal reservation, physically challenged people 4%. Now let's analyze them one by one. Number one is scheduled caste or races in India that face extreme social, educational and economic backwardness. Scheduled caste remained economically weak, politically helpless and religiously subjugated to the upper caste during India's independence. Because in Varna system, education was confined to Brahmins, this had an effect on their general way of life as well as their access to food, schooling and wellness. This is due to the age-old practices of untouchability, lack of infrastructure and geographical isolation. The scheduled castes of Jammu and Kashmir are Batwal, Chamar, or Ramdasiya, Valmiki, Dar, Dahir, Barwala, Mahasha, Doom or Mirasi, Gardi, Jolaha, Meghwal or Megh, Aratal, Sariara, Vatal. According to the 2011 census, the total scheduled caste population of Jammu and Kashmir was 9,24,991 with 4,86,232 males and 4,38,759 females. The district-wise distribution of the scheduled caste population in Jammu and Kashmir as of 2011 is Jammu 69,193, Samba 17,573, Kathua 53,307, Udhampur 56,309, Riyasi 88,365. Number 2 is scheduled tribes. It is the tribal communities of Jammu and Kashmir. The Constitution of Jammu and Kashmir Scheduled Tribes Order Amendment Bill, which was passed in 2024, was passed by the Parliament to include Pahari ethnic groups, Padri tribe, Koli and Khadda Brahman communities in the list of scheduled tribes of UT of Jammu and Kashmir. However, the other scheduled tribe communities as of March 2024 are Bakarwal, Balti, Gujar, Boda, Bod, Boti, Brokpa, Shin, Changpa, Kutti, Mon, Darat, Purushu, Beda people. The tribes received tribal status during the tenure of Chandrasekhar government in 1991. However, as per the 2011 census, the scheduled tribe population of Jammu and Kashmir is 14,93,000, which is 11.9% of the state's total population. Number 3 is social caste or groups of people who have the same socio-economic status. The caste system is a system in which people are born into a position and social mobility is difficult to. Jammu and Kashmir has many social castes including Kashmiri Pandits, Brahmins, Rajputs and others. Kashmiri number 1 in this category, number 1 is Kashmiri Pandits, also known as Kashmiri Brahmins. These are groups of Kashmiri Hindus who are part of the larger Saraswati Brahmin community of India. Bashir Ahmad Dabla has classified Kashmiri castes into 3 groups, with the Kashmiri Pandit castes at the top. These castes include Gowal, Pandit, Mirza, Handu, Dar and Sapru. Then there is Brahman and Rajputs. These are the predominant caste groups of Hindus in the Jammu region. According to the 1941 census, 30% of Hindus in Jammu were Brahmins and 27% were Rajputs. Other castes based on profession. These include Hajam, Barber, Najar, carpenters, Chopan, cattle herders, Hanji, fishermen, Dobi, washermen कहते हैं, Ganai and Waza. As of December 2023, Jammu and Kashmir reserves 4% vacancies for social castes in each service class, category and grade. Number fourth is socially and educationally backward classes. In the Indian Constitution, OBCs are described as socially and educationally backward classes, and the government of India is enjoined to ensure their social and educational development. OBCs constitute the major part of population. Due to delay in census which was due in 2021, there is no actual data of total OBC population in India. Therefore, the major political parties at the national level are playing politics on the reservation of OBCs. For example, the OBCs are entitled to 27% reservation in public sector employment and higher education. The OBCs of Jammu and Kashmir are Bachhans, Shikariwalas, excluding boat owners, fishermen including Gadhans, Markabans, Kumars, Shaksas, shoe repairers, Bangis, Khakubs, barbers, village washermen, Bhands, Mirasis, Madaris, Bazigars, Kulfakirs, Damli Fakirs, Doom, Shuprivatal, Sansis, Lohars, Turkhans. Fifth is Pahadis. Scheduled tribe status was granted to Pahadi speaking people who speak Pahadi dialect. They fall under Lahanda Western Punjab through an act passed by Parliament on 26th July 2023. The bill to add Pahadi ethnic group along with the Padari tribe, Koli and Gadda Brahmin in the existing list of scheduled tribes in Jammu and Kashmir was introduced in Lok Sabha. Pahadis include Badarwahi or Balesi, Badri, Saraji, Gadi, Dogri. The Pahadi people who speak these languages are mainly drawn from Rajput clans popularly known as Rana, Perihar, Jandel, Charak, Chip, etc. The new classes being added to Jammu and Kashmir OBC's list include Waghe Chopan, Kirat, Bhatti, Jang community, Sani community, Markbans, Poniwalas, Suchi community, Christian brotherly converted from Hindu Valmiki, Sunar, Savarankar, Teli, Hindu Teli along with existing Muslim Teli, Perna, Korav. The sixth is residents along the actual line of control. As of December 2023, Jammu and Kashmir reserves 4% of jobs and admissions for residents along the line of control or international border. This quota mainly benefits the Jammu region but was extended to villages near the ILB in Jammu, Samba, Kathua districts after the imposition of central rule in 2018. To claim the reservation, applicant must prove that they have lived in the area for at least 15 years before applying and are still living there. Seventh is residents in backward areas, it's RBA. As of March 2024, residents of backward area in Jammu and Kashmir are eligible for a 10% reservation under the Social Welfare Department's SRO 176 of 2024. The term backward areas refers to villages and areas that have been declared socially and educationally backward as of SRO 294 dated September 5, 1981. Besides whole district of Kargil and Leh, which are now excluded from Jammu and Kashmir, there were 2,697 villages in the state which were so far notified as RBA, and this number has now increased to 2,763. There are total 6,553 villages in Jammu and Kashmir state. Eighth is economically weaker sections of society. The economically weaker section in Jammu and Kashmir are the people who are not part of the scheduled tribe, scheduled caste, OBC caste categories and have an annual family income of less than 8 lakh rupees. In 2019, the Indian Constitution Amendment Act 103 introduced a 10% reservation for the economically weaker sections in Jammu and Kashmir. Number 9 is ex-servicemen. As of December 2023, Jammu and Kashmir reserves 6% of available vacancies for ex-servicemen. This reservation is horizontal. Actually, there are two types of reservations: horizontal reservation and vertical reservation. Horizontal reservation means the appointments in jobs made as per the quota fixed, and in case of ex-servicemen, 6% jobs are filled as per quota at first priority out of the total jobs available. While as in vertical reservation, if such applicants have applied through open merit, they are appointed through open merit and their quota stands neutralized. Last is physically challenged. As of December 2023, Jammu and Kashmir reserves 4% of jobs for physically challenged people as per benchmark disabilities. This is also horizontal reservation. The 4% reservation is broken down into 1% each for the following disabilities: blindness or low vision, deaf and hard of hearing, locomotor disability including cerebral palsy, leprosy cured, dwarfism, acid attack victim, and muscular dystrophy, autism, intellectual disability, specific learning disability, and mental illness. From the above breakup reservation quota in Jammu and Kashmir, the total reservation quota is 70%. Some people are against the move to increase the reservation quota in Jammu and Kashmir to 70% and reduce open merit to 30%. They say this is a disregard for meritocracy and fair opportunity. Sahil Pare, a Srinagar-based aspirant, says slashing open merit to just 30% is a betrayal of 70% population. This is not appeasement, this is murder. The simmering discontentment of the people about the system can be neutralized if we move to preference system, which is prevalent in America. The preference involves giving priority or advantage to certain groups based on certain criteria such as socio-economic status, gender, race, or disability. This can be seen as a means to address historical injustices or systematic inequalities by providing opportunity to those who have been marginalized or disadvantaged. But in spite of that, it has also some demerits.